Ever wonder how universities help brilliant ideas escape the lab and actually change the world?
It's a question a lot of people have.
Well, today we're
Awesome.
going deep into that very question by exploring the innovation ecosystem
Interesting.
at Halmstad University in Sweden.
Cool.
We'll be using excerpts from their website
Okay.
to see how they support their researchers, teachers, and students in turning knowledge into real-world impact.
Halmstad University has a really interesting approach. They seem to understand that there's often a gap between groundbreaking research and its practical application.
Yeah, so let's
Yeah.
imagine
Right.
you're a researcher with a potentially world-changing discovery, but no idea how to bring it to the marketplace.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or maybe you're a student
Okay.
with tons of entrepreneurial energy,
Yeah.
but you're not sure where to start.
Right.
That's where Halmstad University's initiative, AG Innovation, comes in.
Right. And they even use the phrase Vihor innovation on their website. So, they're serious about this stuff. They really seem passionate about fostering an environment where innovation can thrive.
It's like they've created this whole ecosystem to nurture ideas.
Mm.
And they've got different approaches for researchers and students, which is pretty cool.
Yes, and that tailored approach is important because researchers and students face different challenges when it comes to innovation.
So for researchers, it looks like HH Innovation offers free advice and guidance on how to take those research findings and figure out how to apply them in practical ways.
Exactly. This kind of support can be crucial, especially for researchers who might not have a business background. It's like having a translator to help them navigate the world of
Really?
commercialization.
And what about the students? What kind of support did they get?
Well, they have this great program called High Five Student,
Okay.
which provides free idea coaching and encourages an entrepreneurial mindset. They even introduce students to the business model Canvas, which is a tool for mapping out their business ideas.
Oh, the business model canvas. I've heard of that. It helps you break down your idea into key elements like who your target audience is and how you'll generate revenue, right?
Exactly. It's like creating a blueprint for your business. And by providing this kind of structured approach, Halmstad University is giving students a solid foundation for turning their ideas into viable ventures.
It sounds like a mini startup incubator within the university.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I'm curious about the kinds of innovations that have actually come out of Halmstad University. I see they highlight some success stories on their website.
Yes, they do. They feature people like Pius Newcomb with his company Green Carbon Technologies and Siddhartha Khandelwal with Vectorize Move. And these examples really showcase the impact of their efforts. We're talking about real-world solutions being developed here.
And not only do these success stories demonstrate the effectiveness of their approach, but they probably also inspire current students and faculty by showing them what's possible. It's like a proof of concept for their whole innovation ecosystem.
Absolutely. It creates a sense of possibility and shows that they're not just talking about innovation, they're actually making it happen.
I also noticed that Halmstad University actively participates in events that promote innovation, like that recent network meeting on preparedness and innovation.
That's a great point. It shows their commitment to connecting with the wider innovation community and staying at the forefront of new developments.
So it's not just about internal programs and initiatives. They're really plugged into the broader conversation about innovation. This is starting to paint a really interesting picture of Halmstad's approach to innovation.
Yes, and it's an approach that seems to be working. But of course, fostering innovation isn't without its challenges. Every university faces certain hurdles when it comes to translating knowledge into real-world solutions.
That makes sense. What are some of those challenges and how is Halmstad tackling them?
Well, that's something we can delve into further in the next part of our deep dive. We'll take a closer look at the obstacles they've faced and the strategies they've employed to overcome them.
Sounds good. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back to explore the challenges and triumphs of building a thriving innovation ecosystem. Welcome back to our deep dive into Halmstad University's approach to innovation.
Before we jumped into the break,
Yeah.
we were talking about how successful they've been at fostering innovation, but as with any ambitious undertaking,
Right.
there are always going to be bumps in the road.
It makes sense that there'd be challenges when you're trying to bridge that gap between academic research and real-world applications.
One of the biggest hurdles universities often face
Yeah.
is that the academic world and the business world tend to operate at very different speeds with different priorities.
It's almost like they're speaking different languages sometimes.
Exactly. Researchers often focus on deep exploration and rigorous analysis, which can take time,
Hmm.
whereas businesses need to respond to market demands and make decisions quickly.
Makes sense.
That difference in pace and priorities can sometimes lead to miscommunication or difficulty in translating research findings into practical solutions.
So how has Halmstad University managed to navigate this challenge?
Well, one key strategy they've employed
Okay.
is to make innovation an integral part of the university's culture from the ground up.
So it's not just about having an innovation department off to the side.
Right.
It's about weaving that innovative spirit into everything they do.
Precisely. It's about creating an environment where innovation is everyone's responsibility,
Right.
not just the domain of a select few.
That's a really interesting concept. So instead of isolating innovations,
Yes.
they're making it a shared value across the entire university.
Yes, and that approach seems to be working. They've fostered a culture of curiosity, experimentation, and a willingness to take risks,
Yeah.
which are all essential for driving innovation.
It's like they're encouraging everyone to think outside the box and not be afraid to try new things.
And they seem to understand that not every idea is going to be a success. Failure is a part of the process.
So they're not just tolerating failure.
Right.
They're actually embracing it as a learning opportunity.
Exactly. It's that willingness to learn from mistakes that allows for real growth and breakthroughs.
So they've created this culture of innovation, but what about the practical side of things? How are they actually helping researchers and students turn their ideas into reality?
Well, that's where their dedicated innovation support team, HH Innovation, comes in.
Right. They're the ones who offer guidance and resources for both researchers and students.
Exactly. They act as a bridge between the academic world and the world of business and industry, helping researchers identify potential applications for their work and connect them with the right partners to bring those ideas to market.
So they're kind of like innovation matchmakers, connecting people with the resources they need to succeed.
That's a great analogy. And they also provide training and workshops on essential skills like intellectual property, business model development, and fundraising.
Those are all crucial skills for anyone looking to launch a successful venture. It sounds like HH Innovation is a really valuable resource for the Halmstad community.
They are. And it speaks to Halmstad's commitment to providing comprehensive support for their innovators. But, of course, no innovation ecosystem can thrive without funding.
That's true. Securing funding can be a major hurdle for researchers and startups.
Absolutely. But Halmstad has been very proactive in this area. They've established partnerships with a range of funding organizations,
Okay.
both public and private, to help connect their innovators with the financial resources they need.
So they're not just relying on traditional research grants, they're casting a wider net to find funding opportunities.
Exactly. And that kind of proactive approach is essential for creating a sustainable innovation ecosystem.
It sounds like they've built a really solid foundation for fostering innovation at Halmstad. But I'm curious to see how this all translates into real-world results. Do they have any specific examples of successful innovations that have come out of this ecosystem?
They do, and their track record is quite impressive. Actually, one of the companies we mentioned earlier, Green Carbon Technologies, is a great example of what can happen when research, entrepreneurial spirit, and a supportive innovation ecosystem come together.
Oh, right. Green Carbon Technologies.
Yeah.
They were founded by Pius Newcomb, weren't they?
Yes, that's right. They're developing innovative solutions for carbon capture and utilization using microalgae to convert carbon dioxide into valuable bioproducts.
Wow, that sounds incredibly innovative and timely. They're actually taking a harmful greenhouse gas and turning it into something useful.
Exactly. It's a fantastic example of how Halmstad's approach to innovation is leading to the development of real-world solutions to pressing global challenges.
It's inspiring to see that their efforts are not only fostering innovation, but also making a positive impact on the world.
Absolutely. And that's just one example. They have a whole portfolio of success stories that demonstrate the effectiveness of their approach.
We mentioned another one earlier, Vectorized Move. What are they all about?
They're using AI to optimize logistics and transportation, which is another really impactful area.
AI for logistics. That sounds fascinating. What exactly do they do?
They specialize in developing AI-powered solutions to improve the movement of goods and people, helping companies streamline their supply chains,
Wow.
reduce their environmental impact, and improve overall efficiency.
So they're not only creating innovative technology, but they're also contributing to a more sustainable and efficient global economy.
Precisely. And their success is a testament to Halmstad's ability to foster innovation across a wide range of disciplines.
It sounds like Halmstad University has really figured out how to create an environment where innovation can flourish and make a real difference. But I'm curious, what lessons can other universities or organizations learn from their experience?
That's a great question, and one we can explore further in the final part of our deep dive.
We'll be right back after a quick break to delve into the key takeaways and lessons learned from Halmstad University's journey. We're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into Halmstad University's innovation ecosystem. I've been so impressed by their approach, and I'm sure a lot of you listening are probably thinking, how can we apply this to our own organizations?
It is a great question. And I think there are some really valuable takeaways from Halmstad's experience that can be applied in a variety of contexts.
So let's break it down. What are the key ingredients that make their approach so effective?
Well, as we've discussed throughout this deep dive, their commitment to making innovation a core part of the university's culture is absolutely fundamental.
It's not just a separate initiative or department. It's woven into the very fabric of everything they do, from teaching to research to community engagement.
Exactly. And that's a crucial lesson for any organization looking to foster innovation. It can't be an afterthought or something that's delegated to a small group. It needs to be a shared value that everyone embraces.
It's about creating an environment where everyone feels empowered to think creatively, contribute new ideas, and experiment without fear of failure.
That's right. They understand that failure is an inevitable part of the innovation process, and they encourage people to see it as a learning opportunity.
So fostering a culture of innovation is essential. But what about the practical side of things? What specific steps have they taken to support their innovators?
Their dedicated innovation support team, HH Innovation, plays a critical role in providing researchers and students with the guidance, resources, and training they need to turn their ideas into reality.
They're like a one-stop shop for all things innovation, offering expertise on everything from business model development and intellectual property to fundraising and market analysis.
Exactly. And they act as a bridge between the academic world and the world of industry, helping researchers identify potential applications for their work and connect with the right partners to bring their ideas to market.
And we can't forget about the importance of funding. That's often one of the biggest hurdles for any innovator.
Absolutely. And Halmstad has been very strategic in this area by establishing partnerships with a wide range of funding organizations. They've really diversified their funding sources to ensure that promising ideas have the financial support they need to get off the ground.
So it's not just about having great ideas. It's about having the infrastructure, resources, and support systems in place to help those ideas flourish.
Precisely. And Halmstad's success stories like green carbon technologies and vectorized move demonstrate that their approach is producing tangible, real-world results.
It's inspiring to see how they're using innovation to address some of the world's most pressing challenges, from climate change to the need for more efficient and sustainable systems.
And their journey provides a roadmap for other universities and organizations that are looking to build their own thriving innovation ecosystems.
So as we conclude our deep dive into Halmstad University's innovation ecosystem, what's the one key takeaway you hope our listeners will walk away with?
I think the most important lesson is that innovation is not just about having brilliant ideas. It's about creating an environment where those ideas can be nurtured, developed, and transformed into something that makes a real difference in the world. And that requires a conscious effort to foster a culture of creativity, provide practical support and resources, and secure the necessary funding.
Well said. And for those of you listening who are feeling inspired by Halmstad's story, remember that innovation can happen anywhere. It doesn't require massive resources or a fancy title. It starts with a spark of creativity, a willingness to experiment, and a supportive environment where ideas can flourish.
So go out there, embrace your inner innovator, and see what you can create.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Halmstad University's remarkable approach to innovation. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and let's build a world where innovation thrives.